Testing 1, 2, 3. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all very welcome to the membership ceremony here this afternoon, and it's great to be welcoming you all here in person. Over the last couple of years, we've been doing virtual ceremonies, but obviously there's so much better to have an in-person one, and to have it just before Christmas as well, as we're getting into that feeling of enjoying our Christmas celebrations, and hopefully nobody here is going to be on call over Christmas and working. So it's a wonderful celebration for you and for your families. I'm going to introduce you to the platform party. In the centre is Prof. Mary Horgan, who is president of the college. Dr. Louise Kine is Dean of the Faculty of Paediatrics. And right beside me is Alana Allen, who's the Trainees Committee member. And I'm Mary Higgins, I'm the Vice President of the college. Here in the college in Kildare Street, this is the beating heart of the RCPI. And you can see it's a beautiful building, beautifully decorated, especially for Christmas. But you look around and you can see the history of the college. I'm going to bring your attention to two particular portraits. One is on the corridor when you're exiting, and the second one is in the stern room where people signed the roll to become a member of the college. The first one is of Prof. Horgan, our president again, and that was unveiled by the Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, early on in the year. And the second one is of the late Laura Brennan, who was a wonderful advocate for the HPV vaccine. And as a gynecologist myself, I have to say this was incredibly important for our profession in an aim to try and reduce the risk of cervical cancer. It's wonderful to have female representation, so you don't have to look around and think this is all men, because you can see there's a lot of female representation and equality in these halls today. It's an exciting moment in your careers, and one that you've earned very much through your hard work, your determination, your dedication, and as well as the support of the people who are around here with you to celebrate. So well done. This is a meeting of the College of Physicians of Ireland for the purpose of conferring membership, which I now declare open. With your permission, President, I will now proceed with the conferring ceremony.
Please proceed.
I will now ask all licentiates and members to stand and to read with me the declaration for membership. So we'll do it all together. I, and your name. Say your names. Do hereby solemnly and sincerely promise that I will observe and obey the statutes, bylaws, and regulations of this college relating to members, and will submit to such penalties as may be lawfully imposed for any neglect or infringement of them, including the erasure of my name from the list of members and the surrender of my diploma of membership received from the college. I further promise and declare that I will, to the best of my ability, do all things in the practice of my profession for the honour of the college and the good of the public. I further promise and declare that I will not keep open shop for the sale of medicines or endeavour to obtain practice or public notice by any unworthy means, nor will I either permit or sanction the use of my name by any other person for certain purpose or in connection with any secret remedy. In the case of any doubt relative to the true meaning of this engagement, I promise to submit to the judgment of the college. I will now call on the President, Prof. Mary Horgan, to formally admit the new members of the college to membership.
I will now formally admit the new members of the college to membership. By virtue of the authority vested in me as President, I hereby admit you collectively as members and licentiates of the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland. Congratulations to you all.
Congratulations to our new members. You may all be seated. Even though this is called the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, you may know that this actually covers not just general medicine, but also obstetrics and gynecology, paediatrics, occupational health, public health, and pathology. So as I call up every person individually, I'm also going to name their speciality so that you can get an idea of their context. So I'm going to call each new member to come forward and receive your parchment as your name is called. Ebtihag Abdallah from obstetrics and gynecology. Shabir Ahmed from pediatrics. Tayeb Anwar from Pediatrics. Hind Awad from General Medicine. Gibran Aziz from General Medicine. Rachel Barry from Pediatrics. Jennifer Britton from General Medicine. Sally Cahill from Pediatrics. Susan Cameron from General Medicine. Kai Yen Chan from General Medicine. Bruno Chan Chin from General Medicine. Nafon Chang Prasarpern, and if I said that wrong, my sincere apologies, from General Medicine. Anya English from Pediatrics. Divya Ganesan from General Medicine. Sally Griffiths from General Medicine. Thomas Hefferon from General Medicine. Jill Hogan from General Medicine. Nessa Keane from General Medicine. Ellen Kelly from General Medicine. You can see a theme developing here, can't you? Gina Kelly from General Medicine. Orla Kempel from General Medicine. Ihab Katabi from General Medicine. Jenny Kanan from General Medicine. Niall Leahy from General Medicine. Shun Chi Liu from General Medicine. Killian Marsh, General Medicine. Elvis Matini from General Medicine. Abdulhai Kahir from General Medicine. Philip Nolan from General Medicine. Declan O'Byrne from General Medicine. Marcella O'Callaghan from General Medicine. Ben O'Connor from General Medicine. Orla O'Flynn from General Medicine. Kate Rigney from Pediatrics. Mohammed Sajad, General Medicine. Mohammed Salim from Pediatrics. Simi Salim from General Medicine. Saeed Shah from General Medicine. no Saeed, and Humrat Wali from General Medicine. I will now call on one of our trainee committee members, Dr. Alana Allen, to address you on behalf of the college.
Thank you, President, Fellows and new members. As a member of the Trainees Committee of the RCPI, it is with huge pleasure to join you in celebrating this significant achievement and major milestone. Occasions such as this, thank you, often turn into a long list of thank yous, but it is important to remember those who have supported us to this point. Thanks firstly to the college, the fellows and members with whom we work. They are our registrars, SPOs and consultants. They taught us our trade from the moment we arrived in the hospital as students to preparing us for these exams and of course into the future. To of course our patients who kindly allowed us to elicit our stories and examine them while likely wondering why are we still doing exams as doctors. To our supporters, our friends and families, and all those gathered today, who must be at this stage wondering how many more exams could possibly be left. The life of an NCHD is definitely a hectic one, and it is our supporters who provide that constant as we are moving through hospital and through jobs. Lastly, of course, to each other, our colleagues, and now fellow members. We reached today's milestone with a team effort, from the endless hours spent on question banks, leafing through guidelines, or nominating someone who was going to chase down that consultant to get that tutorial. Today, it's important to reflect on our careers to date and the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Our health service is enduring a period of perhaps unprecedented difficulty, and it is so easy to become discouraged by this. However, it is important to remember and reflect upon the enormous privileges that we have as physicians. We have a privilege to look after patients and to develop our specialties. We are today one step closer to developing our chosen specialties. So I'm sure your engagement with the RCPI so far, you've probably seen things that we can do better and areas of improvement. Now that you've completed your examinations and have both the insight and authority, I would really like to invite you and encourage you to join the Trainees Committee in working with the college to bring positive changes that will benefit both you and those to come. Finally, the college is its members, and I'm delighted to join it with you all today and to work with you in the future to safeguard the healthcare of the people of Ireland. Thank you very much, and a huge congratulations to everyone who graduated.
I now call on the President, Prof. Mary Horgan, to address you.
Thank you very much, Mary and Alana. Guests, members and fellows, a very warm welcome to our home here, number 6 Kildare Street, which has been our home since 1864. And I think, as Alana and Mary both said, the college isn't the building, the college is its members, members and fellows, trainees who participate in what we do. And I suppose it gives, and my job is really to pass on the baton to the next generation of clinicians. It's nearly 2 generations at this stage. Since our college was founded in 1654, there have been many pandemics and epidemics, and many of us within the college took on lead roles in our, as well as working on the front line and trying to get the country to where it is today. And we're here today because not only by science, but by people in Ireland and beyond, but particularly in Ireland, trusting science and trusting those of us who communicated the message of hope with the population. And I suppose I'd put it in perspective how great science has become. When I was a medical student in UCD, I started there in 1980. In 1981, AIDS was first identified in California, and it took 4 years to develop a test that would identify HIV in the blood. When COVID was first reported in late December 2019, it took just 10 days to to identify the virus, and as such, the test followed shortly thereafter. And it really was because of science, and many of the new members will be involved in that scientific research, either at a bench or from a clinical point of view. Every single person here in the room today was impacted by COVID and often are still impacted by it. But as a college, we have emerged stronger. We are the home of NIAC. Many of us were on NEFID, rolled out the antigen test strategy for government. And it was our means, certainly at my generation, of giving back to the country that gave me my education. And I do reflect, and having spent quite an amount of time training and working in the States, I think you need to go away to appreciate how great our country is. And we are very fortunate to have great young doctors. We have obstetricians and gynecologists, pediatricians, internal medicine, who will be the people who look after us when we go into hospital. And while it can be challenging on the front line, the great thing about our health service is the people that give care. For our new members, this is a major milestone in their career, and it is an opportunity to go on to do what you absolutely want to do. We really need to follow your dreams. Don't go into something just because there's jobs at the end of it. If you follow your dream and really do what you want to do, you will be happy both personally and professionally. And it is important to leave your comfort zone, and that may be to go away, but do come back and give back. Don't be afraid to fail. I certainly have, but I've learned from it, and I always feel a few months later, best thing that ever happened to me, not getting a job or whatever comes. I think it is important to get involved in the college. I was in your position 34 years ago and certainly didn't think at that time that I would be the first female president. You would think it's just a female college with from Harriet over. We do have men here too. But it's, and not only am I the first female, I'm sure my friends here will know this one, but I'm the first Kerry person to get it, which is very important if you're a Kerry person. Really, that's what I would encourage you to do. Go away, come back. If you look at the diversity that we are as a college and as a country, I think it's reflected in who's here today. There are 240 graduates over yesterday and today from 22 different countries. And I think you should all be proud, either direct Irish or adopted Irish here today. To the families and friends, spouses, partners, children. I'm not too sure if there are any children here. There were yesterday. We can't do this without your support. It's a tough job. Most of it is fantastic, but there are difficult times, and we really depend on you for that emotional and psychological support. I was going to throw in the financial support, but you don't need that anymore. I know that they're all bringing you out for lunch after this. But really, it's that time when you need to go home and release all of the stress and issues that come up at work. But knowing that who you have here in front of you today really do the best in giving quality care in this country. And again, sometimes far away hills are seen as green, and the issues that we have in our healthcare service, they happen everywhere else. I travel enough, and I have lived other places to know that. So I would like to thank my colleagues who actually organise the exams. They do so on a voluntary basis to ensure the highest quality training and assessments that we can give. Dr. Lucianne Behan, who is our Director of Exams for General Medicine, Dr. James Jameson, Dr. Cathy McHugh, Helen Hewitt, Dr. Ona Curran, Associate Dean of Exam in Paediatrics, who works with my colleague Louise Kine, Professor Mary Higgins, who's been a fantastic Chair of Obstetrics and Gynecology Exam Board, Professor Paul Byrne, Mark Hare and Nikki Purandari, and to all the staff in the college, Rachel and her team, who have done a great job. I saw her in very late on during the week, getting things together with the team. And to Harriet, who keeps me in the right order coming in and so on. You know, it really is a good college. Do get involved. There's no point in giving out about us unless you want to come in and make the changes that are required. And Alana is a good example of people who give us constructive criticism, and be assured we're doing our best to do further expansion of training posts, which has happened under my presidency, and also ensuring those that aren't on training will have recognition of prior learning that allows them to get a good portfolio together. So with that, do get involved in the college, follow your dreams, be ambitious with what you want to do, and enjoy the rest of your day with your families. Thank you.
That completes the conferring ceremony for membership. We're going to ask the guests to remain in this hall while the group photograph for the new members takes place in the entrance hall, and a reception will follow this group photograph in the Graves Hall, which is the middle hall. Thank you.